update. Today we are going to be doing week 11, which I'm going to try to make it quick because 1, my kids are napping, 2, I feel like crap, and 3, there we go, I'm really tired. It's taking a lot of effort for me to sit down and make this video right now, and I wish I didn't have to say things like that, but unfortunately I do. Week 11 has not been super stellar. It's been kind of... For the baby on week 11, the baby is measuring around the same size as a lime, and then that means that the baby is about 1.5 inches long, like 1.6 inches or so. So that is pretty cool. It's getting bigger. It's like big, something like that. Anyway, yeah, for your body, you can still have a lot of like gas and nausea, and leg cramps are something that is starting to really come into effect in week 11 for a lot of people. I don't know if you guys can hear Kaylee in the background. She is refusing to sleep, which is not very much of a surprise. She hasn't been wanting to sleep. Neither has Maddie, but I think Maddie actually went down for her nap. So I usually like to make these videos a little bit more like upbeat and bubbly and informative and, you know, all kinds of things like that. But guys, the past couple of weeks have been really, really rough, and week 11 has been really, really rough. I am having really, really bad, like severe anxiety, like crippling anxiety. I don't know what I'm stressing out about. I don't know what I'm anxious about. It's just probably hormones and stuff like that. Like, I seriously don't know what the issue is. But I am making myself physically ill, and I am constantly dealing with these headaches again. I have no motivation to do anything. I don't want to do anything. I'm just exhausted all the time. I don't really have any like mood issues. Like, I'm not like getting upset or angry easily. Like, you know, something doesn't go wrong and then I just like blow up. Like, I'm not having issues like that. But I am having a lot of anxiety and a lot of like self-worth issues where like I just feel like I'm the worst mom in the world or the worst wife in the world or whatever. I just feel like a useless person and that I'm just a nuisance to everybody, and that like there's just no point of me being around anybody because I'm just such a worthless human being. That is essentially how I've been feeling this week, and it sucks because I know it's not true, but at the same time, like, I can't shake that feeling, if that makes sense. I think that I dealt with this in my previous pregnancies, but I felt like I had a valid reason for feeling like that. If you watched one of my vlogs the other day, I talked about, for like the first time ever on any of my vlogs, I talked about some of the issues that I had with my previous employer, and I essentially was really like mistreated and harassed and abused and everything at work, and I was every day going in and being told that like I'm a horrible person and like all of these different things. So I feel like with my other pregnancies I had these issues, but I wasn't affected by just solely those issues as badly those times as I am now, because I felt like it was other people and everybody around me that was making me feel that way. And so I felt like it wasn't pregnancy related. I felt like I was feeling this way because people were treating me that way. And so it felt more valid then, where now like I'm working from home and I'm getting a lot of praise at work, and I have my kids, and like I know that I'm doing a good job and that I'm a good mom, but at the same time, like I just feel so useless and so like, I don't know how to explain it. And so that's really what I've been having trouble with, and it makes it really hard for me to want to sit down and make these videos because I'm like, well, people are probably watching this and being like, well, this is the most stupid video I've ever watched because she's horrible at YouTube and she shouldn't be on YouTube, and you know, like things like that. Like, and I know like there's always going to be people out there who judge you, and I usually just don't care. Like, you say whatever you want on this video and I don't really care what you have to say. If you don't like me, then you don't like me, and don't subscribe and move on to the next video. But like, for whatever reason, I just always have these feelings that like everything I'm doing is just a nuisance or a pain in the butt to somebody. And I usually do these videos because I know it's going to help somebody. And now it's just like, I don't want to do the video because it's probably just going to annoy people, and people probably don't want to watch it anyways. And it's just really bad. After going to my OB appointment on Monday, and if you watch that vlog, it was a horrible, horrible, horrible appointment. And sorry, Kaylee started screaming, so I had to go help her out and get her binky sorted out. But anyway, my doctor's appointment was absolutely miserable. The nurse was horrible to me and like all kinds of stuff. And so I talked about that in the vlog, and then I got everything sorted out the next day, and my doctor called me and I asked my questions. And he basically, you know, there's not a lot you can do for anxiety and depression and all of that stuff during pregnancy. There are some medications you can take, but at the same time, those medications will either cause the brain to not develop as quickly or the lungs to not develop as quickly. And although that's not like 100% set in stone for everybody, the studies show that those things can and most likely will happen. And so I'm not comfortable taking anything for them. I don't take anything normally outside of pregnancy. I have anxiety outside of pregnancy. Like, that's not a secret. But it's not like this bad. It's not like this bad where I'm like physically sick to my stomach and like throwing up and like all kinds of things all day long because I'm so anxious about something that I don't even know what I'm anxious about. I get like that sometimes outside of pregnancy, but it's not that bad. It's usually just like not like a normal level of anxiety, but like not something that I feel that I need to take medication for. In my head, I'm really strong. I can change my thoughts. I can change the way I'm thinking. I can control my brain most of the time, and so I try to go without taking any medication for anything. But during pregnancy, if I were to take the medication to make myself feel better and then find out that that harmed my baby in some way, I couldn't live with myself. I feel horrible now, but if I did that to my baby, I would feel 1,000 times worse. Like I couldn't live with myself knowing that I just couldn't stick it out and deal with this to give my child a healthier life. And, you know, there's points, at some point, like people get so bad that they have to take the medication. If your anxiety and your depression gets to a point where it's so bad, it can affect the baby. And so, you know, it's something that you would have to talk to your doctor about and figure out what the best options are for you. My doctor said for me that one of the best options, which sounds really weird, but there is actually a lot of science behind it, and it does actually work, is to take Benadryl, which you take whenever you have really bad allergies, and most people pass out when they take it. I usually don't because I have sleeping disorders, so it just makes me feel really tired and even more miserable than I already am. But there are some chemicals and stuff in Benadryl that help ease anxiety, like short-term anxiety, and it is proven to work, and I haven't tried it yet because, like I said, I have sleeping disorders, and so I don't want to take it and then like make myself really miserable. I'm waiting for like a night like tonight where, you know, I'm home, the kids will go to bed at like 7:38, and then I don't have to be anywhere until 10 a.m. Something like that where like I can give myself some recovery time, not like a normal day where I have to be up at 4 a.m. for work. I'm not doing that because I know I'll feel absolutely horrible. I've been trying essential oils. They're not doing anything for me. I've tried a couple different other things and they don't work for me. It just, I don't know. I don't know what the issue is, and it is really frustrating. And then it's like you're so anxious and so upset with yourself that thinking about how upset you are with yourself and how anxious you are makes everything 1,000 times worse. And it's just a really hard thing to like mentally grasp, especially if you're somebody that knows me outside of this. No matter how like anxious I am or like what's going on in my life, I can still put on a happy face and I can still be bubbly and excited and like have all the motivation in the world to do stuff. And right now I just don't. I don't. Like I'm at, you know, my guard practices and I need to write stuff. I need to do dance choreography, and like my brain can't even think of 2 counts of work to give my kids. Like, I just stand there and stare blankly because my brain can't even function enough to put in a turn or do a jump, or, you know, I just can't do it. It just isn't working. And so that's really hard because it's like we're in like the middle of a season. So I need to write stuff. I need to do my choreography, and my brain doesn't want to do it. And I already feel like I'm useless and like I'm a horrible person. And then my brain can't even do its job and write choreography. And then I feel like even more of a horrible person because my brain can't do what I'm asking it to do. And then it makes you even feel even more anxious and even more like you're worthless, and then all that kind of stuff. And then Danny's like, you need to take care of yourself. Like, you should probably just stay home and go to bed and not go to guard. And it's like, but if I already feel like a useless person and then I don't go do what I'm supposed to be doing, then I feel even worse about myself because then I wasn't even there for what I was supposed to be helping with. I'm laying in bed instead. And so like, I can't, like, I, in my head, just can't wrap itself around this whole thing and this whole process. So that's really about it. That's really kind of all that's been happening this week. Is I just feel like a horrible person. I feel gross. I feel like nobody wants to be around me. And I feel like my kids hate me and everybody hates me. And I just feel anxious all the time. And I don't like it. I don't like it at all. So, yeah, I think that's going to be it for this video. I know it's kind of not exciting and probably not what you were hoping to see, but maybe it was what you were hoping to see, and maybe you're going through the same things and you need somebody to really relate to. And if you do, that's fine. I am here if you need to talk to me. I'm here. I'm supporting you in every step of the way in your pregnancy, or even if you're just battling anxiety and depression outside of pregnancy, like, I'm here if you need to talk, and, you know, I'll do whatever I can to help you. But anyway, it hurts to breathe because I'm already anxious and I've been talking for so long that my asthma is now starting to act up. So, like, take deep breaths and get some oxygen in there. And anyway, guys, I'm sorry that this video kind of sucks, but encouraging words would be nice if you have any of them, or if you have any suggestions to help with this, that would also be fantastic. I'd love to hear your 2 cents or your, you know, remedies or whatever you might have done to help make yourself feel better. I'm hoping that everything sorts itself out in the next week or 2. I'm almost into the 2nd trimester, and I usually start to feel better physically then, and like I feel like I have a little bit more energy and stuff in the 2nd trimester, but every pregnancy is different, so we'll see. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any more of my pregnancy videos or my daily vlogs, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.